This next one's all about sport, and we know sport is so important to us, whether you participate or you're just a fan, but we know there is a relationship between sport and climate issues, whether sport is driving emissions or whether the athletes are being impacted by it. So we wanted to have a panel where we had athletes who are, while competing at the highest levels, were also advocating for a clean earth and for getting rid of pollution. So we got three pretty big studs right here. We have German world ski champion Felix Neureuter. F1 world champ. We just saw this guy, Nico Rosberg, straight out of Central Cal. You are like one of the coolest guys. And oh yeah, this guy, Austrian tennis legend, Dominic Thiem. All right, the home crowd was loving you. So one of the things I loved is all you guys, you competed at the highest levels, but all of you were getting involved in caring for the environment. So Dom, I want to start with you. What was it that drew you to the production of clean energy, and what you've now started your own foundation, Team Energy. So take us through your journey, bud.
Yeah, exactly. I already knew in the middle of my 20s that after my sports career, first of all, I want to jump into a completely different topic. Of course, I will always stay with tennis, but I also want to do something completely else. And this completely else, I have the feeling that it has to contribute to the whole community, but also to the planet. And with founding Team Energy, that's our goal, to contribute not only to the planet or not only to the community, but to connect those two. And yeah, I hope that we are on a good way with that.
Well, I love hearing that. And Felix, for you, you started the Felix Neureuter Stiftung, and I hope I'm saying that correctly. So talk about your journey to being so climate conscious and what the Stiftung is doing.
So first of all, thank you very much. You are for me the American Rainer Pariasek here in Austria. I'm pretty sure you know him. It's that's the biggest compliment you can achieve.
Man, somebody record it and explain it to me later, because I'm already smiling.
So this what I am doing with my foundation is, in times of digitalization, I think it's very important that we bring kids out to the nature again. The playground must be the nature, not the smartphone or the computer. They need to move, they need to do sports. So we created programs together with the University of Munich. We go to the different schools, kindergartens, etc. And we try to educate them. We now have in the program, we already reached about 600,000 kids. And then we created a new program which is called Nature Heroes, Naturhelden. So we also go to the different schools. Now we have 500 schools in Germany. So we get about 50,000 kids we have in the program. The lessons are not in the rooms anymore. They are out in the nature. They collect the waste. They learn something about the waste. So try to educate them that because they are our future, we need to take care about them.
That's beautiful. As someone who was once a young boy trapped in a classroom, I love that idea about getting outside and really learning that way. Nico, I loved your comment earlier when you said when you think of Formula One, you don't think of conservation, you don't think of saving the earth.
I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable, honestly, because Dominic was hitting a tennis ball across the net, and you were skiing down the mountain whilst I was blowing out carbon dioxide from my engine for all these years. So I think, honestly, I have the most work to do in the next years compared to the three of us here.
But as you mentioned that, how does that journey happen as you're involved in a sport that obviously is based around the combustion engine and making that stuff go as fast as possible? What was your journey kind of saying, all right, now I have this other concern that is kind of between the worlds?
No, the journey was just from the experience from sports. It's a very ego-driven experience. Yeah, it's just for me, I want to win. And once that was over, I just decided for myself that I wanted to find projects where I can contribute to society. And as I said before, one of the most important drivers is my daughters, because I think it's very, very important and valuable to go on a life's journey of contributing. And I missed out on that completely when I was young. I grew up in Monaco, and I did not see anything about contributing to society. So I'm catching up, and I hope to give my daughters a head start on that understanding of the importance of that.
I love that, but growing up in Monaco does sound pretty cool. Am I right? I mean, I will say I love that message too. My wife is here. We're 11 weeks pregnant.
Which one is your wife?
Where is she? She's over there.
Hello.
I know. I say we're pregnant, but as she consistently reminds me, it ain't we, punk. I'm the one carrying this baby. I love you, honey. So for the kids, for the future, and Dominic, as you're talking about with Team Energy, what are your next steps?
Yeah, we want to give everybody in Austria the chance to get clean energy. Like everybody can join our energy community. So yeah, if somebody has like a apartment in Vienna or in any city in Austria, doesn't have a chance to get solar panels, we want to give everybody the chance to get clean energy from other members of the community who can give their electricity to the grid if they have too much. And our next steps is to grow the community, also to maybe make the energy topic for the next generation a little bit cooler, I would say, because all those words in German, Bürgerenergiegemeinschaft, it doesn't sound that cool, I would say, for the next generation. So our goal is to give also kids, the new generation, a chance to get used to that topic a little bit, and of course grow the community and get as many people as possible to get clean energy, to have fair, stable prices, and that's our next goals.
Well, I do love that. I don't know how it was where you grew up, but in America, when you talked about clean energy, we had hippies who were the people with the long hair and the kind of colorful shirts, but they weren't the people. You had the posters of the athletes on the wall. That's who kids were impressed with. So I think when I'm looking up here at you three champions being up here, making clean energy cool for the next generation, I love that you guys are a part of this messaging. And Felix, to that end, with the Stiftung, where you really are reaching that next generation, are there partnerships or collaborations that maybe here in this audience we can facilitate to grow this thing?
Of course, everybody can help. I mean, it's kind of sad that you need programs for that. Normally, it should be normal that it is like that. That the people know, okay, how to treat the nature. That they take my waste again back home and put it away. So, but yeah, it's not like that. So of course we need help. When you try to do something, or when you do something, first of all, it costs money. That's it. I try to collect as much as possible. So we are on a really, really good way, and of course we try to reach even more kids. But now I'm also an ambassador for the United Nations. So it's about cleaning the mountains and the glaciers, trying to create like a healthy ecosystem in different countries. Yeah. And so this is also a big next step for me. So yeah, the next years, they will be exhausting. I have 4 little kids at home, so they also need their father. But yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the future and try to look at it in a positive way and not in a negative way.
So this is interesting, and obviously you're someone who's a high achiever, and you guys have been very generous with your time. So I'm going to close with one question, and I'll let all three of you answer it. But I would love to hear, and Nico, we'll start with you. As an athlete, I think the lessons of sport can be the lessons of life. So what were the key lessons in sport you learned that, as you now start on this journey in climate, what do you think are the lessons that were most applicable that you would like to share with us? Was there anything that stood out for you?
I wasn't prepared for this one, so I'll let Dominic go first.
Okay, all right, Dominic, did you hear that? Like with the lessons of sport,
so
was
I have
it
more
the
time to think.
perseverance, or what would you say those hard lessons that you learned being a champion in your sport that you think carry over and are helping you have success in your new endeavors?
Yeah, I would say all the journey. I think like ski world champion, Formula 1 world champion, the US Open title, that was just like, I would say, maybe the end of the journey for us too, at least I would say. So the way there, with all the mistakes, with all the resilience you need to have, I think that that was the biggest learning. What I can also take now to entrepreneurship, also to my next chapter, where I want to help the community, where I want to help the planet. I think it's as well a very long and a very hard way, but yeah, I was walking on that way already once, and being able to be on that way once already, I think should help me to do it a second time. Of course, we need to work all together in this. Tennis, I was needing a little bit fewer people, I would say. But no, I think that all the way, all those 15, 20 years of experience, of doing mistakes, of falling down, standing up again, I think for sure is helping me a lot in this next and second chapter.
I love that. Yeah. I mean, we can all relate to making mistakes. Not all of us have won a U.S. Open, but you get the point. Felix, for you, Nico, I'm going to let you. You're going to hit another answer before you get to come. What about you, as a world champion skier? I mean, to me, what you do is insane. Pushing your body out there on the ice, really on the edge of just catastrophic wipeouts. Not to bring it up, but what were the lessons you learned that you carry now?
When you don't risk something, then you will not achieve anything. So you need to risk something to be successful, but you need a good plan. That's it. I love to risk. Always. This is what my sport taught me.
I love to risk. And finally, bringing it in at 200 miles an hour, our Formula One driver. Nico, what about you?
No, I love these answers, because I didn't really know that it was like so present for all of us. But for me as well, I am not scared anymore at all of failure. I failed so many times in front of 100 million people laughing at me for failing, for crashing, for doing something stupid. I'm just not scared of failure anymore. So just as these guys said, you know, now we're ready to take risks and have a big impact. And of course, from sport also, the importance of teamwork. Yeah, working together. We know that better than anybody else, because alone you cannot achieve anything. In my case, actually, the team was the biggest out of us, because we had 1,500 people in our team at Mercedes to build just for the 2 race cars, 1,500 people. Every person mattered. And so, yeah, we also know better than most people how important it is to collaborate awesomely within a team to achieve great things.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. The 4 champions!